Have you ever wondered, amidst the everyday hustle and bustle, about the grandeur of the universe? How did it all begin? What monumental events led to the formation of this vast cosmic landscape that we find ourselves a tiny part of? The story of the universe is a tale of time, space, and matter. It's a narrative of epic proportions spanning billions of years. It starts with a singularity, a point of infinite density and unimaginable heat, existing in the pitch-black void of nothingness. This was the state of the universe approximately 13.8 billion years ago. Then, in an event known as the Big Bang, the singularity began to expand. The universe as we know it was born. It was not an explosion in the traditional sense, but rather an expansion of space itself. In the first few moments, the universe was a hot, dense sea of particles and energy. As it expanded, it cooled down. The fundamental forces of nature, gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces began to separate. About a second after the Big Bang, protons and neutrons began to form. These are the building blocks of atomic nuclei. In the next 3 minutes, the temperature dropped below a point that allowed these protons and neutrons to come together, forming the first atomic nuclei, hydrogen and helium. At this point, the universe was still too hot and dense for atoms to form. It was a plasma of charged particles constantly interacting with light and making the universe opaque. Hundreds of thousands of years later, as the universe continued to expand and cool down, electrons began to combine with these nuclei to form neutral atoms. This event is known as recombination, and it marked the birth of the first atoms. The universe became transparent to light, and the cosmic microwave background radiation was released. This radiation is a snapshot of the universe at this time, and it is still detectable today. Over hundreds of millions of years, these atoms, primarily hydrogen and helium, began to clump together under the effect of gravity, forming the first stars and galaxies. These celestial bodies lit up the universe, ending the cosmic dark ages. The stars lived and died, recycling their material back into the universe. Through stellar nucleosynthesis and supernova explosions, heavier elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron were formed. These elements would later coalesce to form planets, including our own. To recap, the universe began as a singularity, expanded rapidly in the Big Bang, and cooled down to form protons and neutrons. These particles combined to form the first atomic nuclei, which later attracted electrons to form atoms. These atoms collected into stars and galaxies, and the death of these stars led to the formation of heavier elements and eventually planets. The story of the universe is one of transformation and evolution. It's the ultimate tale of creation, from a single point of unimaginable density to an ever-expanding cosmic expanse of galaxies, stars, and planets. It's a story that continues to unfold as we humans strive to understand our place in this grand cosmic narrative.